Hey babes, I'm Miss Mila Rose and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be talking all about messaging customers and taking control of the message conversation. Usually you have a more dom or submissive type when it comes to adult entertainers that are conversing with a customer trying to make a sale. For a dom, this usually works out a lot better because the dom is going to set their rates straight and they aren't going to be pushed and shoved by the customer to give something that is not being paid for or to provide something before payment is provided. Now, a sub, on the other hand, can usually be pushed and persuaded by the customer to provide something for free and be more submissive in character before a sale is made. Now, whether you are a dom or a sub, the same is true. Always follow my golden rule of receive payment before providing a service. If you follow this golden rule, you will never be scammed and you will never provide anything without being paid for first. Even when you are playing a submissive role, you don't have to be a submissive when you're talking to your customer before they've paid for. There's playtime and then there's discussing the rates. A submissive can be on equal footing with the customer while discussing rates. And if the customer is trying to force you into a submissive role before paying for anything, this customer is an amateur and they don't know what they're doing. They're just taking advantage of the characteristics or definition of submissive and they're trying to get free services or something for free out of the submissive person or individual. Always discuss rates first, pay first, and then you can go into your submissive role during the playtime session. Do not be fooled by customers who are like, I want a submissive and I want you to be submissive now. Well, did they pay now? If not, then don't provide the submissive characteristics. Don't provide any services until it's paid for. That has always been my golden rule, is to make sure that you're paid before offering the service. Taking control of the messages that you are having between you and the customer is all about weeding out time wasters, people who want free services, and scammers. And when I'm talking about people who are wasting time, this is an example. You have a customer that's talking back and forth with you for a few days, a few weeks, a few months, maybe longer. Maybe they disappear for a few months and come back like 2 months later and they're like, hey, I'm still interested in this, or they want something that's completely different. You are weeding out all of these details with them of what exactly is that they want for their service or their request, be it a custom video, a live show, a photo set, and there's just no order that's being placed. Messages upon messages upon messages, finalizing these minute details, trying to get this customer to be like, all right, I'll place my order now, and they just never do. This is a time waster. Even if they have in the past, never ever ever be fooled by the fact that you've had a customer that has followed through with a sale. Hold every single person accountable. If I had to make that a golden rule number 2, that would be a golden rule number 2. Hold everyone to the same standards, even your regulars. They might hate you for this, but there's something that you can do for them that is something for your loyal customers. For example, I have Rose Rewards. When people purchase things from me consistently within a month, within a year, I give them what I call Rose Rewards. Usually it's a digital photo set or a video, or maybe multiple videos if they're a very loyal fan of mine and they spent a lot of money on me. But you do not have to treat people differently while you are in the process of messaging for custom services. That you should hold everyone to the same standard. There should be no favoritism. And by doing that, you will also weed out people who are your regulars and then screw you over down the line. That's happened to me multiple times, and that can happen to you, that can happen to anyone. It is very unfortunate that people in today's world have been very conditioned by the standard operations of businesses to whine and complain and be able to get free things out of simply the act of complaining. People, including your potential customers, have been trained by various businesses' customer service to be able to complain for free things and free goods and free services. And you are an adult entertainer. You are not this customer service representative that can be taken advantage of. You are your own boss, you are your own unique individual, and you are an adult entertainer. You can put your foot down and stop these people in their tracks when they go back to that old programming of, I can complain and whine and get free things. That is not how businesses should operate, in my opinion. And since we are small businesses and it's just us and it's not like we're working for a bigger company, we don't have to do that. And customers need to wake up to the fact that that is not okay. I understand there's instances where a customer has every right to complain, but when they're complaining just to complain and get free things, that's not okay. And that's something that a lot of people have been conditioned to do. And it is our job to be like, no, this is my rights, you pay or you leave. So how do you do this? How do you take control of messaging with your customer? My golden rule, if I had to make a golden rule number 3, would be automation of copy and paste messages. I love automation so much. Basically what automation is it's efficiency. It's doing something once and being able to use that over and over and over again to make a process more efficient. So what I personally do is I have rates for solo female, I have rates for boy girl, I have rates for girl girl, custom videos, as well as rates for photo sets and custom audio, and all kinds of rates and things. Like I'm now doing a bunch of Amazon 5-star reviews. So I literally have to do a copy and paste for these now because I have so many of them. And whenever people message me like, hey babe, or hey on Twitter and Instagram, I literally have a copy and pasted message for all of my Twitter and Instagrammers who want to send me a message like, hey, what's up? That literally tells you this is for my services only. Are you interested in any of these things, basically, is what that message is. And you can do multiple of these for multiple kinds of services that you offer. You can do whatever copy and paste messages you want for whatever the general things are that are constantly being asked of you by your potential customers or your potential audience. Automation is so key and so important in running an online business. And in 2021, in today's world, the internet is how we all operate our business. To some extent or another, we need the internet to run our business. So automation is so important. Copy and paste that message. You wrote that one time, and now you have a customer who's asking for a custom video. Well, you already have a notepad on your phone or a document on your computer, wherever it may be, that you literally copy and paste, and it has your rates and it has your payment information. It has whatever you want to put in that copy and pasted message, and you send that to anyone who is asking for a custom video. So that is what I like to do for every single starting conversation, a copy and pasted message. Now, some people, it's hilarious. Some people will email me back and be like, well, I didn't want to talk to a robot. I wanted to talk to a real person. Well, you are talking to me, but I'm not going to sit there and type out a unique message just for you. I'm going to copy and paste a message because it's more efficient and it's automation. However, I always throw in there after, if you want to talk to me like a real person, I do offer messengers that you can chat with me personally, and you can purchase that. And these people just disappear because they want to chat with someone for free. And that's not how our business works. Our time is value. And if you can't pay for that time, then we don't have to offer you our time. We can just cut the conversation. And that is exactly what it means to take control of your messengers, is to make that mental note of, okay, it's time to cut this conversation because this person is not a customer. This person is not going to pay. In my copy and paste messages, I always start with, can I get your complete script / request? Sometimes they have a script for their live show or their custom video, and sometimes they only have keywords or a basis of how they would like the video to flow. That is okay. They can offer me the script or they can offer me their complete request. Whichever it be, I want the completed version because I'm gonna have to verify that I can do it. Basically, it's an approval step. I'm approving if I can do it for them or not. So I always ask them with my first message, can I get your complete script / request? And everything underneath that is my copy and pasted message of all of my rates, all of my payment information, and all of that jazz. Because custom videos is the main service that I offer, and I have so many things that are always being asked that are a little different from every single person. Maybe they need to order me an outfit that they need my sizing for. Maybe they want 4K. Maybe they want expedited delivery. I have created a PDF document that has all of my rates for solo female, boy girl, girl girl. I have all of my co-stars listed. I have all of my sizing listed for my shoes, my clothing. I have my delivery method listed and what I film with. All of these things are listed in my PDF doc. It's like 8-9 pages or something like that. And I literally have to just copy and paste this link, which is copy and pasted in my copy and pasted notepad for the copy and pasted message, And that is in the copy and pasted message to my customer along with, can I get your complete script/request? Follow this link and you'll find all of my payment information. So for example, how the conversation will go is a potential customer would message me and say, hey, I would like a custom video, or hey, could you film me something? And my message would be the following. My copy and pasted, hey, can I get your complete script/request? Here are all my payment information, rates, whatever. Check out this PDF document. And so basically I'm expecting that second message to be their complete script and or request. And from there, my response for my second message would be either an approval, denial, whatever reason. Usually it's an approval that yes, I can film this for you, or maybe it's a denial but an approval, like I can film this for you but I can't film this for you on like ManyVids because again it goes against TOS. So you will have to choose a direct payment option. But usually in that second message, it's like, okay, you're good to go, you can place your order when you're ready. That's a 2-message conversation with a customer. That's the generic message that I have with a customer. And if a customer ends up taking up time, that's 5 of my messages for whatever reason, maybe they're changing details, maybe they're trying to figure out this minute little thing with me. Basically what I do is I limit them to 5 messages. If their custom order needs more than 5 messages, I'm gonna go ahead and stop them. And after that 5th message, I'll say, hey, I standardly provide 5 messages for custom order. If you would like to continue messaging with me to discuss details of your request, you can pay $5 for your next 5 messages, or you can go ahead and place your order when you're ready. And that is a way of cutting that communication or putting up a paywall when they still just keep sending you message after message after message over days, weeks, months, whatever of time. And that's you telling them, I can still do this for you, but you're taking up my time now and my time is of value. I'm asking you to pay me for my time. That's all that is saying. It's interesting to me that some people will pay it without hassle and continue the conversation, whereas other people will actually get really pissed off when I tell them this. But it's very interesting too, because my custom videos usually end up being like $100 or more, and they have a problem with paying me $5 for a little bit of my time, where a lot of people will just throw in like a $20 tip with their order anyway. So I don't understand where the hassle of $5 is coming from. But anyway, when it's yours and your messaging time, you can choose whatever you want to do with that. Do you want to put a message restriction? Do you want to have them pay for your time? You can set a limit to how many messages a customer can have of your time before an order should already be placed. You can give them a cost or a charge, a paywall of how much they should be paying if they want to continue communication with you. Whatever you want to do, it's completely your choice, it's completely your business, but I would highly recommend doing something like this of this nature and cut communication when you are bumping into time wasters. And when you do have your own rules like this, you do hold everyone accountable to the same standard. So you're not saying to one person you have a 5-message limit and to another person they can talk to you unlimited. You are holding the same standard for everyone, and that way you can't slip up in yourself because you think, oh, maybe this person's actually gonna pay me, so I'm gonna keep communicating with this person even though we're on message like 10. You know what I mean? Like, if you hold the same standard, you won't bump into this problem. I know it sounds so weird because I do work so analytically, so I'm a little bit robotic in nature when it comes to my business and my process of how my mind works. And you do kind of have to be a little robotic when you are working like this on such a same standard situation, because otherwise, if you're letting your emotions get the better of you of, no, I think this person's gonna pay. Well, what can happen is you end up spending another 2 weeks with this person, which I've definitely done in the past, where they just disappear for like 5 months and then they get back and they ask you for something completely different. Anytime, you guys, if there's a customer watching this that you do that, where you spend time with a model and you're asking for something and you don't pay, and then you come back X amount of time later and you're like, hey, can I get something else? That peeves me off. And was fundamentally a huge reason why I implemented the 5-message limit to my business, because that prevents that. Usually if it takes 5 messages, again, like It should take you 2 messages, 2 of my messages, for you to place an order. The only reason why that wouldn't be the case is if you also have to purchase custom items like an outfit for me to wear for your custom, then it might take a little bit longer. But I do count the order of that item as an order. But anytime a customer disappears on me and comes back, usually that is about 5 messages, and then I give them the paywall. And it's hilarious that some people will do that, right? And they'll disappear and then they'll come back after I give them the paywall 5 message limit, and they'll think that I don't remember them. And sometimes I do give them the benefit of the doubt because I'm like, I'm pretty sure, but I delete messages a lot. So I'm like, I'm not sure. So I'll give them the 5 extra messages. And usually my intuition ends up being right and they end up being a time waster and they just disappear again. It's like, why are you doing this? There is a thought that people, customers, potential customers, quote unquote, are getting off to the fact that they are messaging us, asking us for services, or talking about their particular fetish. I've had a particular guy who had like a pregnancy swallow fetish who was totally getting off to messaging me about the ideas. So that's also why I've put in the rule, first message, tell me your complete script / request, because nothing bothers me more also than people who keep changing their ideas or asking for different ideas or variations, or maybe we can do this or we can do this. No. It's not up to me to say what you want. You tell me your complete script / request. And that is how I take control of my messages, and that is how you can do that. That helps you weed out the people that are getting off just by messaging with you. So when you are communicating with your customer, always stick to the fundamentals. Do not let your customer try to derail you from the conversation of trying to place the order. That is your whole job, is to try and snag a customer and get them to place an order. If your customer is trying to derail from giving you that information of what their complete script / request is, of placing an order, especially if they're like trying to get angry or upset with you, just stick to the fundamentals. Did you give me your complete script / request? I need that information to be able to approve what you are asking me to do. I need this information. Please send me this information. Make it clear what you need from them. And then if they've already sent that to you and everything's good to go, make sure they know that you've already sent them your payment information and your rates, and they have that and they can place their order. And you do not need to go in and start arguing with the individual. Just give them the standard fundamentals. It's not worth your time, and I would not be surprised if there's guys in this universe who are messaging models that are getting off to getting models angry to argue with them. I wouldn't be surprised. But to wrap up, your time has value, and your customers need to respect that your time has value. And you can put a cost or a worth or a value on your own time, and to make sure that customers acknowledge that there is value to your time and that they are held accountable to paying up for the value. If they are spending more than X amount of time trying to tell you what they want, then put up that paywall or do whatever works for you. It definitely took me some experimenting to try and figure out what works for me, but I'm really happy with my 5 message limit. Do I get a lot of people who are really upset with that rule? Yeah, and guess what? The majority of those, if not all, are probably the time wasters. So who are you really kicking out of your life? The people who do not value your time, and the people who don't actually want to spend money on you. The people who actually value your time are the people who will actually be legitimate customers. And never, ever give anything away for free. Always receive payment before you give anything away. Services, digital content, I don't care what it is. That's my golden rule. Don't give it away. Even if you say, oh, well, this person's a regular and he says this, don't, no, stop. No, I don't care. Hold everyone to the same standard. I don't care if they're a regular. Wait until the money is in your account. Wait till you see the transaction. And if they tell you I placed their order, well, guess what? That has happened to me where customers told me that they placed the order, like an Amazon gift card or something like that. It's hilarious. I had 2 custom-made orders placed at the same time, same day, for an Amazon gift card, like a 10-minute video or something. And turned out that only one was actually sent, even though I already approved someone else for their video. So I ended up having to backtrack and try to figure out myself based on the name of the Amazon gift card sender and verify who this gift card was sent from, because it was sent from one of 2 people. And turns out one of the people that said that they paid didn't actually pay. It could have been a mistake, could have been, who knows. But basically I let them know, hey, it looks like your order wasn't actually placed. I'm sorry, I got confused with someone else's because this happened. and I thought it was you, but it was someone else. And basically that person ended up placing an order for a shorter video, which is interesting. But anyway, that can happen. So check. When I used to do live shows and I used to take like Google Wallet and Cash App and stuff like that for live shows, when I used to do that more regularly before my PayPal got banned when I was doing PayPal, I would literally refresh PayPal, and I would wait until I can see that that transaction is there. And unfortunately, sometimes the transaction is actually pending. Oh well, too bad, we'll wait for it to process. You gotta see that the money is in your account. Don't give anything away for free or until you know there's proof of payment. You call the shots. This is your business. So I really, really wanted to get this video out, you guys. You have no idea how important it is to take control of messaging. I get it. This is usually not a problem for DOMs. It really isn't. They know how to set customers in their place, put customers in their place, and let them know that their time has value and that they're being a time waster. They're okay to let customers know that. It's the submissives, and I am definitely more submissive in nature when talking to strangers, that are more prone to these things. And that is why I wanted to share this message with you guys today and let you know that your time has value and you can have control in this conversation with your customers, and some ways that you can do that. Automation and copy and pasted messages and limiting messages and paywalls for messages if you want to do that, or if you want to go that route. I wouldn't recommend paywalling the first at least 3 messages at least, because those are very crucial messages that can lead you to sales. But at the same time, you might be a DOM that are like, no, I'm not about that. They're gonna pay for my time if they want to send me one message, be it a $1 tip or whatever. So you call the shots. This is your business. You decide however you want to run your business, but make sure that you're not being stepped on and walked all over. That is my main takeaway from this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. If you did like this video, please give me a big thumbs up as always. I'm going to be making more informative content like this in the near future here on my YouTube channel. So definitely subscribe down below, turning on the notifications down below right there. And I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye for now.